So we left the Veggie Cowboy in Boulder, right? And we had a local band called Slumgullion. Thought that was a really cool name. Slumgullion is a hobo stew. Or also the Mine Tailings, if you ever been up to Breckenridge and see all the stuff coming down the hillside. And we used to always really like Bill Monroe, who was bluegrass, the father of bluegrass, really, think about it. And he had bumper stickers made, "Eat more possum." So we thought we'd be real cool, and so our bumper sticker said, "Eat more Slumgullion."
I like that.
Several years, and we played, some years, we played 50 weeks a year somewhere. I mean, we were playing in Colorado, spent a lot of time in Breckenridge, Durango. People thought we lived in Breckenridge, and we made some great lasting friendships in Durango. And things started moving really fast, right? About the time that I was breaking up the band, and we had some great players come through it, because, you know, when you have your band, part of it's always, can I find the best players, you know? And people come and go, not a lot, but in that band, a bit. And so there was some great musicians that went through that. And at one point, it's just like, well, I'm not sure it's going anywhere. And literally the next day, on a Sunday, I get a call. This guy says, "Hi, it's Chris Hillman, and I hear you can sing. Says, come on up to my place. Let's play a couple songs," right? So I know who Chris Hillman is. Maybe all of you don't, but I certainly knew who he was, and I'm like, what is going on here? So I get up there, and he's doing all these Lubin Brothers songs, and everything's two-part harmony. And Chris Hillman was originally in the Byrds. Went on to do a lot of things. The Flying Burrito Brothers, kind of the grandfather of country rock, right? Manassas, which was a pretty big deal. And then he was doing a solo career. So he had an album that we were going to, anyway, I got the gig. And I had started rehearsals on Monday, played Monday night through Friday, Saturday at a really nice club in Boulder, and hit the road on a 28-day tour. So the local boy got picked up, and it was what I always called a little big time, right? We did every cool thing imaginable. We were, you know, Wolfman Jack and Midnight Special on TV, and we got to, you know, get in beautiful Dablin studio and record, and we went to London, and we were playing the Hammersmith Odeon, and they're recording us, and it was like the Byrds did. Three of the Byrds members had their own bands, right? So Chris Hillman had our band, and Gene Clark and Roger McGuinn all had their own bands, and they didn't really like each other very much. So everybody traveled separately and all this, but we all three play, and at the end of the night they get up and do, you know, half dozen Byrd songs, you know, like that. But we had this nice 6, sometimes 7-piece West Coast country rock band, you know, I mean, a big band, lots of noise. But we would get up, Chris and I, and we'd get on one microphone, and we would sing this little waltz tune. It was the showstopper. Every night, it was the showstopper. And it was a song he wrote with Graham Parsons. I'll play just a little bit of it for you. This old town's filled with sin. It'll swallow you in. If you've got some money to burn, take it home right away. Got 3 years to pay. Satan is waiting his turn. That's a waltz, right? Anyway, I always thought that was amazing. You just never know what's going to grab people. And all that's really to say I have a waltz here that I want to play for you. It's called The Regret of a Lifetime. He should have asked her, but he didn't. Now he relives that scene every time he lays his head down, every night in his dreams. He can see her sad and blue dress, perfect match for her eyes. Her glances touch for a moment, then he shuffles on by. But there's someone right behind him to pick up his prize. As the regret of a lifetime goes waltzing on by. He could have been a famous painter and painted fire in the sky. It's hiding on an empty canvas in his closet of time. But a door that's never opened is no door at all, and a step that's never taken leaves no room to fall. It seems the brush of his passion was left out to dry. As the regret of a lifetime goes waltzing on by, on by, on by, on by. Now the angels gather round him, and they laugh as they cry. To think of all that's been forsaken is too fearful to try. They tell the story up in heaven, it's whispered most every night. Just believe you can't have something, and you'll always be right. He hears a band of angels singing from the kingdom on high. As the regret of a lifetime goes waltzing on by, on by, on by, on by. As the regret of a lifetime goes waltzing on by.